Morning, welcome to another how-to video on the PanoVus. It's a lovely day, as you can see. I'm actually up a ladder on my gantry. So the first thing I want to show you is this new PanoVu, adjustable PanoVu. So you can see pendant mounts, you can go on a swan neck, wall mount bracket, pendant drop, all sorts of configurations. It's actually really well designed with the safety catch on there. What we can do then is we've got 4 modules underneath there. Let me just get underneath. So it's a 4 module configuration. Each module can go up and down, and you've got the rail system to move them around. So obviously what you have to remember is you can only actually move them. You can't take one out and move it around. So you've got the full rail system, but they can only actually move around. And a better look there. So you've got 4 modules, but they can only move around so they can at least hit each other. And you've got the up and down tilt, and you've got the side to side movement as well to get the image straight. You've also got underneath there the ability under this cap for an SD card slot. Put that nice protective cover back on. What you'll find on there as well is the lock-in mechanism. If you can just see that there, lock it, unlock, so you can turn this base drops out when you turn it to unlock. There's 4 screws underneath there, unscrew them, this base drops out for all the connections underneath, so the audio alarm inputs, the PoE, the power connections, all under this hood, protective hood there. And we've got the lid, acrylic lid. It is drop proof. I've already dropped it. It does actually survive that test really well. That goes underneath there. The infrared then sits underneath here. It's H.265+ capable with full analytics suite. Each camera module is a separate image, so we do an 8 megapixel version, so it's 4 2 megapixel sensors, or we do this one is a 20 megapixel, so it's 4 times 5 megapixel. I'll show you the web browser shortly, so I'll just put this lid back on and then we'll come back to you very shortly. Okay, so we'll just have a look at another one of the new PanoVu range models while you're out here up on this lovely ladder. It's, again, pendant type mount like a PTZ, so it can go on a swan neck, can go on a corner mount bracket, wall mount bracket, pole mount adapters, all sorts of configurations for that, so they've updated that. So you've got the unlock security screw there. When I unlock that and turn it, that will come out with the base, and all the connections are underneath that protective hood again. You've got the 4 lens configuration. 180 degrees, so it's 1 channel. It's an 8 megapixel, so each one is 2 megapixels. An 8 megapixel stitched image, so it only uses 1 channel up on the recorder. It's got infrared, so behind the black up here, infrared, H.265+ and a full analytics suite. And with here, if we want to adjust it, you've got the adjustment there, so you can unlock this screw and then rotate and move this round. And then once you've got it in place, simply lock that security screw in place, which will keep it nice and rigid. And then we lock that in place. There we go. So that's the other PanoVu in the range. Again, I'll go inside now and show you the image through the web browser. Okay guys, we're back inside in the warm. Got down from there, now we're back in. So as you can see in front of you, the first camera I want to show you is the external 4 module, the 20 megapixel PanoVu with the adjustable rail. So as you can see there, we've got 4 cameras. One looks down directly at the door underneath. We use that door quite regularly for in and out, so we like to monitor what comes in and out of the building. One looking towards the smoking and van parking area, one looking back into the general area car park, and one into the middle. As I said earlier, these are adjustable, so for instance, if I just make one full screen, put up the PTZ control on the left hand side, and you've got full PTZ control. They are 2.8 to 12mm adjustable lenses, autofocus. I'll just bring that back, give it a nice wide shot, so that'll sort itself out. They're 5 megapixel, so 20 megapixel overall. It creates 4 channels on your NVR. If we go back to the main view there, so again, nice views, nice and easy to set up, great device. So I'm sure you'll find use for it within your site or system setup somewhere. So next one I want to show you is get rid of the PTZ control. The second one we looked at was the 180 degree 4 cameras stitched together to create one view. This is that camera. So it's an 8 megapixel image. So each module, 4 modules, 2 megapixels each. Again, H.265 Plus, full analytics. I'll show you the playback in a minute. That camera is fitted very, very close to it. So I suggest if you need to fit this camera, I could angle it down, cut a lot of the sky out to cut more of the car back. In fact, I probably will do that later on and make that adjustment, which will get rid of that there. But if you do have to fit it in an area where there is something very, very close to it, just be careful that you don't put it too close to it, because you'll get a slight image overlap between the stitching. We do have ways of correcting some of these, but again, try your best to fit it in an area where there isn't an object that's fitted 30 centimeters away like it is there. So, great image. So if I go into playback, let me just stop this. So this is playback of this camera from last night. Got a bit of a cold coming, I think. Let's go to the 16th. Again, it was raining 7 days ago. It's probably going to be raining today. That one there. Yeah, still raining. So you can see there, that's the nighttime image. Yes, we do have some external lighting, but the image is very, very good at night. So you'd agree, I think that's a very, very usable image. It's just a shame it always rains in Wales. Oh, you can see there, it's raining a lot. So that's the nighttime image covering the whole car park. I think it's a good image. I think you'd agree it's a good image. What we can also do is show you the nighttime image of the 4 lens camera, which just came up then. So I double click on there. Put it into a 4-way split. Wait for it to wake up a little bit. I've left this one in daytime mode. You can put it into, this is set to permanently day mode. You can put it to nighttime mode if you wanted. But I think you'd agree, even though it's a 5 megapixel image, it's not dark fighter technology, but that as a nighttime image is very, very acceptable. There's no white light in our compound. It's actually yellow light, but I think that's doing a very good job. If you found that's not what you would class as a good image, then just put it into auto. The IR will come on and it'll give you a lovely nighttime image with a built-in IR. Let me just stop that. So that's the 2 new PanoVus we've added to the range recently. So they're both in our price list and in our catalogue. If you want any videos or of this working, I'm happy to send them to you. Again, they are available to buy now. We do other PTs, other PanoVus as well. Like I said, we've got the internal PanoVu, which I did, about 6, 7, 8 weeks ago now. I did a video on that. So it's an internal PanoVu, mini PanoVu with PTZ. So we've got a 130 degree with PTZ or a 360 with PTZ. Both internal. We've got a new external mini PanoVu coming out, and we've also got the big beast, which is the 360 with PTZ. If you haven't seen that, this is like this here. Let me just put this into a 4-way split. This is the big beast. This is the older model now, which has been replaced by the H.265 Plus model. Again, the objects are a bit too close if the stitching needs to be adjusted, but we do a new upgraded model of this H.265 Plus with analytics and IR. So if you do need that, we can run through that separately. But again, this is a slightly older model. Hope you enjoyed that video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to get some regular updates on some new products we demonstrate and bring in. Hopefully you'll have a lovely week, and I'll speak to you all soon. Thanks, guys.